All right, guys, how you doing? This is Dr. Pip and Run from McLeod University, and I got another part two of this segment with Jabril. Jabril is my student who was able to pass many futures challenges, and now the problem is, many people have the problem of not being able to make any money in the prop after they make the prop challenge. Then you have to become profitable over time. And some people wind up losing their account because they don't make enough money, or they wind up just blowing up their account and breaking some of the rules, and they wind up losing their account. And then others may, because the rules are so restrictive, may not make enough money. But this is a student who's using Pip and Run. And with Pip and Run, you see how much money I make and how much my students make. Now you take that to a prop challenge, they actually have rules against making too much money. And so we're going to bring in Jabril, and he's going to talk to us about actually having a problem, a problem of making too much money. Now, isn't that a great problem to have, to be able to, that you make too much money? And that's always been my argument. And that's always been my argument about the prop challenges, that they have too many rules. Some of them are for your benefit to become a profitable trader, to be someone who is consistent as far as risk management, because that's the biggest bane for many traders, the inability to actually trade by the rules, and they cannot stick with money management rules. And because they're not sticking to money management rules, what actually happens is they wind up blowing their account, or they over leveraging or over trading. And so these rules are in place for the protection of the trader. Some of them are, but they also have something called the consistency rule. And if you are making too much money at a time, they think that is a risk problem too. So I'm going to bring in Jabril, and he's going to explain that. I know it sounds crazy, right? It's a boom, like you make too much money and it's against the rules. Okay. So we're going to bring him on board, and he's going to talk to us about that. Jabril, he's powering up his mic, and he's going to be joining us. Again, my name is Dr. Greg McLeod, and welcome to Elite Traders University. This is the Trading Alchemist broadcast. Trading Alchemist is a podcast that we have started, and we're going to bring in one of our special guests, Jabril, and he has a certain problem that he's encountered. Like I said, hi, Jabril, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Greg?
Hey, man.
Afternoon,
Uh,
man.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Doing great, doing fantastic.
That's
Walking another $1,300 today in about a couple of hours, and just enjoying the rest of my day, getting ready for the 3-day weekend.
awesome.
Hanging
Awesome.
out with the family, gonna do some ribs and just relax and enjoy ourselves.
Sounds really good.
Oh yeah.
I was telling the audience about how there's so many rules in prop trading, but some of them are actually pretty good to help clients or students or traders become consistently profitable by keeping strict money management rules. But in this case, I guess you violated a rule. What's the rule that you were talking to me about?
First time in my life to hear this. I made too much money in a single day. So they have this thing called a consistency rule, and it's real big in the futures scene, where if you are trading and you make more than 20%, and in some cases it depends on the firm, 30%, and other firms are 50%, over the length of time of your withdrawal request, you will not be able to withdraw. You'll just get a flat out denial, and you'll have to continue trading until you have enough days to bring your big number down to under that consistency number. So, like for example, one day I made $3,500 on my $25,000 rally account, and I've got to now make like $17,000, $18,000 on the accounts in order to be able to withdraw. So, the good news is the company keeps it, but hey, I'm expecting cash, and I gotta wait. So there's that.
So you made so you're for maybe this is a mind blower. You are being penalized using the Pip and Run system. You've made too much money, and now they're not allowing you to withdraw the money that you made in the prop challenge. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's correct. That's 100% correct, Greg.
That is a mind blower. I can imagine you don't make enough money, you can't make a withdrawal. You make 1%. I'm sorry, you're not getting a withdrawal. But because you made so like you made $7,500 on a $25,000 account in one day. And then, so that comes out to be 30% in one day, 30%. And that's why I tell people don't believe me when I talk about the returns of Pip and Run. That typically we make 2 to 3% per week, sometimes 2 to 3% per day. But there are some people, including myself and some of my excellent students like you, who will make 100% in a day. And it's just mind blowing. It just blows the system apart because we're doing something so special with the Pip and Run system. So it's almost too good, really too good to be true, right? Too good.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. I'm still waiting for the cash to hit my hand. I believe it'll come through. I've gotten paid before with other prop firms, so I know they do pay out. I was with Blue FX in the past. They were an instant funding prop firm that went under, based out of the UK. They were around for like a decade or something, and then just randomly went under. And
Wow.
then I was with Nova Funding or something like that. No, it was a,
Yeah.
it's a foreign.
Well, Nova in Spanish means no go. And also,
Really?
yeah, Nova. And then, thinking about a Nova, boom, a supernova, the star exploding. I don't think
Yeah.
name of the company is not a real good one, Maybe it was a story because there was a car called, you probably do remember this, called a Chevy Nova,
Oh yeah. From like back in the day.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't sell in Mexico because Nova means doesn't go.
Wow. Yeah, that was pretty bad sight. They should have rebranded the car name for
Right.
sure.
Right. Like AIDS reducing candy, right? It's like that.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, right. It's like what's the so yeah. So anyway, going back to what so they keep what happened. I mean, so basically when you made that 25, you had 25,000 to meet 7,500. And I bet you were expecting to get, you would get like 85% or 90%. Would have been the split between you and the prop firm?
The business plan right now is I get all the money right now until I get moved to a live account. I get 1,500. I can only withdraw 1,500 at a time. And when you first start off with this prop firm, you got to make 5% for some kind of threshold that they make all the traders go through in case they lose money. Like
Hmm.
most people do, they lose the money. They don't even make it to like a withdrawal. If they pass the evaluation,
Really?
when I'm finding out, you can pass the evaluation, and then I guess your emotions come into play or something is what a lot of traders are saying on these Discord forums, and they never even get the withdrawal. So they spend all this money, all this time, all these months or weeks on the 50K, the $100,000 evaluation, and then they just overtrade, they over leverage, they over risk. They don't follow their strategy rules anymore, and they lose their account. Um, but back to your question, basically I can pull out 1,500 per $25,000 account. So and then that amount scales up to a $3,000 withdrawal at the $300,000 account level. So this prop firm goes 25,000, 50,000, 150,000, and then 300K in terms of your account value size. The drawdowns are pretty nice. Like with the 150,000, you get a $7,500 drawdown, or with the 50,000, you get a $7,500 drawdown or something. It's pretty nice. Um, I remember when I went for my top step evaluation, the most I was ever in drawdown was probably like 800 to 1,100 bucks. So I wasn't really ever concerned with it. Actually, no, with top step, the most I was ever done was like 400 bucks. So I was never concerned about the drawdown. I had like $2,500. Um, and it's a pretty nice system. If you have a good system like Pip and Run, you're gonna be successful, and you don't even have to worry about the drawdown because we're out of the trade before it ever goes that much against us. That's the beauty of it. I mean, you're snapping the money. You're like, hey, I just made money. Like, is the trade really over? You're like, before my brain even like processes what happened, the trade's done. I've got the money in my hand, and I'm just waiting for the next trade. So that's the beauty of the system. Like, that's how I know this is a good system that works. Okay, because I'm getting paid before I even realize it. 45 minutes goes by, I make 300 bucks on all my accounts, and I'm happy. So, it's just a beautiful thing. I'm
That
really
is
glad. I'm really glad to have you.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I mean, but it just really saddens me that people, pass the prop challenge. Sometimes they even hire people to pay. They pay people
Yeah.
to pass those challenges, right? And how much are these things? How much are these challenges?
These challenges can range in price. You got on the cheaper end. I was looking at some today. There's some for the forex. I saw some for like $16 or $20. You get $5,000 you can trade with. Others are like $500 or $1,000 for like a 50K or for like $10,000 or something like you get a trade with $1,000 drawdown. Um, so they can be pretty pricey. And I know when I did the prop challenges, I spent probably like $8,000 a year for a couple of years for prop challenges trying to pass them left and right. And I was trying, all the strategies, the moving the average crossover, which we discussed earlier. I found out that doesn't work. Okay, so don't do the movie. Stick to the Pip and Run, brother. Stick to the Pip and Run. The crossover strategy doesn't work. What'll happen is you'll make money, and then the computer system will just go the wrong way with your trades, and then you will just bleed money and be like, "What happened to all my cash?" And if you don't have a good amount of buffer in your account, you're gonna lose your accounts, you lose your money, you lose your time, and you got to start over. But yeah, these things can cost quite a pretty penny. 500 bucks for the regular person, so like 4 days of work or something. I don't know what that is. I haven't worked in like a decade, so or almost like 20 years I haven't worked. So I'm not really familiar with with employment.
What's that? Work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't worked in 20 years either. Like, what's why? No, it's been 10 years. It's been since I worked at a
Okay.
right. you know, while I worked
Nice.
for the brokerage. But so what would you recommend? I mean, some people say, hey, I don't need any education. I don't need training. I could just spend $8,000 a year in prop challenges. Or, I mean, Pip and Run is, it it's around that price. But guess what? You make too much money. You got a problem, right? It's like, Greg, you know what the problem is with your system? Your system sucks. You know why? Because I make too much money, and now I
You
can't.
know, I was gonna message that to you actually. I was gonna say that I can't get money. I made too much money. They won't pay me.
They won't pay you because your system is too good. You get too much money, and nobody would play. It's like I tell people, yeah, you're a bunch of hype. You're just a hyper, Greg. You're just a scammer. You're just teaching courses and this and that. Dude, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
that's why. Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. But yeah, I had to. I had a great. This is gonna be a great one. People are really, if they really appreciate the way you were transparent and sharing what you were doing, it's helping a lot of people. I mean, they say that you're my best testimony interview yet. So, big congratulations to you. Thank you so much
Oh yeah.
for.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely, we're gonna have you on your continuing journey because I believe you're gonna be probably about. I mean, our 10 year that we've been in the company, we probably have about maybe 8, 9, 10 people become millionaires,
Okay.
including myself, right? So
Okay.
you're on track, and they didn't have prop, they scaled it hardcore from like Andre K scaling 800 euros up to like 9.1 million. You didn't have
Yeah.
so he did old school hard way. So you got
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little bit, of lift that you could, and now you're leveraging it with multiple accounts. And so, are you placing trades in multiple accounts? Can you tell us more about that, or how does
Yes,
that work?
definitely, definitely. That's one of the allure that I had with going to the futures. Um, Aside from the faster momentum style trading on the Nasdaq, is that we can copy trade, and you can copy trade like 100 accounts at one time,
A
and
hundred
each
accounts.
like that's what my goal is. My goal is to get to 100 within like 16 months is my challenge I gave myself. I gave myself a little bit of extra breathing room. But if I'm successful every day, right now my average day is about 633 according to this trade journal I just pulled up. Um
What? How much?
$633.
633 a day.
633 a day.
On average. But yeah. Yeah. It's like you multiply that times, 200 trading days,
And so, yeah, it's easy
that's
work. I just automated the MACD for now. So
right, right. Shh, no secret sauce stuff.
Oh
No.
no! Oh, that's the secret. Okay, excuse me. Oh,
No. We'll have to edit that out. Ixnay on
edit.
the ixnay. Yeah. Okay. And so anyway, so what you're using what was the prop firm tell me what instrument are you trading? What's your instrument that you're trading? That's one of the questions that people are asking. Like, what are you trading you trading the euro, the gold? What are you trading?
I trade euro, I trade gold, I trade Nasdaq. I thought about going into bonds because bonds pays. They have a really big tick size.
Mhm.
It's like a $30 tick size, something like that. So every time it moves, I'd make $30. Um,
Mm.
but then I realized, hey, on these prop firms, if I can only get $1,500 over 10 days, why do I need to make $1,000 a day? Why am I working so hard? It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So
Make too much money.
yeah,
It's like
they're not
you're
going
gonna
to pay
make
me.
they're gonna pay you. They're not gonna if you make too much money, they're not gonna pay you.
They're not going
So,
to pay you. They're going to pay for over. You get the money after like 12 payouts. The CEO said. So you got to, and each payout request is like at least 10 days. So I figure I make $200 a day. I'm good. If I make 600, I'll have some extra money in case I lose a couple of trades or something like that. But
mm.
just keep rolling that way. That way, after the 12th paycheck, I've got 10, 20 accounts with 80, 90, $100,000 in them, just stacking up $400 a day. Not too bad.
So it's per account, so it's not total. So
Right.
you can't right. So you made 7,500 in one account, but if you conceivably if you made $7,500 in all those accounts, that you wouldn't got paid because it was too much money.
That's the problem. I still haven't got paid. Yeah, I made each of the accounts. Just look, they all made 3,500 at the same time. That's the power of copy trading. All your winners make money pretty much at the same time, minus slippage.
Mhm.
Sometimes you'll notice there will be slippage of a couple of points. Like for example, I entered into a trade, and right off the bat, it made like $100, but the other trades, although they fired, at the same time, they made like $30 less. So there was
Because
some
of
slippage.
the latency. So
Right, because of the
they're
latency of just getting in the trade late. Exactly, exactly.
okay. All right. Then so that's the exactly. So you can magnify your gains with multiple accounts, and you're trading. You still have access. You have access to all the instruments that we would have in traditional trading forex, but they're futures, right?
That's right. That's right. Yes, I get the futures. I get forex if I want to trade forex. The about 6 or 10 pairs. I get those, and then I get the other things like wheat, corn, soybean. The orange juice movie.
Yeah, frozen,
Trading
frozen
stations.
concentrated, yeah, trading places, frozen concentrated. OJ, not
Yeah,
OJ Simpson, maybe, but orange juice, right? The orange stuff. And
yeah.
what's the company that you use?
I use fast track trading.
Fast Track
They're
Trading.
that's who I'd recommend. I mean, you can go with like Top Step Trading. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
pay $200 in total when you pass your first time if you want to break scores.
Mm-hmm.
And you pay 150 to activate the account with Top Step, and then you'll pay $50 for a $50,000 account,
Mm-hmm.
$100 for a $100,000 account, and
Mm-hmm.
$150 for a $150,000 account. Now, with these accounts, you have to make more money. In terms of each account sizing and stack. So like the $50,000, you have to make $3,000. The $100,000 account, you have to make 6,000, and the $150,000 account, you have to make $9,000 to progress to what they call their XFA, which is like their performance account. Um, and there's pretty good prices. I mean, you can get up to 5 of those accounts. The only thing with Top Step is that they limit how much you can trade once you go live at first, and you have to basically earn your way to trade larger and larger accounts, which you'll still hit over the course of like a couple of months, these threshold limits. But I didn't know that at first. And when I called the guy on the phone, they're like, don't worry about the scaling, we got rid of it. And I got confused. So I ended up activating the accounts and paying for this account. And I was like, I'm trading with 2 contracts now. In the evaluation, I was trading with 5. So it's like 150% less money. Yeah,
Mm.
it went.
They really
I
got
was
your handcuffed, right? It's like they're
right,
putting you. It's like you're supposed to. Is this? Are you really helping here?
right.
Mhm.
But it's pretty good. But the company Fast Track Trading, they're an instant funding prop firm. The only one in the industry right now that does this. They just hit like 10,000 members the other day. I found out about them back in like March or something like that, and I was saving the funds because I thought to go with Apex Trader Funding, which is another funding company. A lot of traders are having problems getting the payouts from them because they're not following their rules. They're not following Apex rules to get
Mhm.
paid. That's really the main thing about the prop trading. You got to read your contract, you got to agree,
Know the
and
rules. Know the
know the
rules,
rules.
right?
That's the number one thing. It's like homework and like a pop quiz at the same time. You got to trade, manage your trading, have a trading journal. They've got the free trading journal they've got trading journal websites out there you can sign up for. Like right now, I'm on Trader Sync. That's a trader journal. Uh,
Mhm.
you can
Is
go there.
it
You can
free or is it free or is there a cost of that?
There's a free trial. I'm looking for a free one, but I haven't found one. I think they got to build the API and stuff like that for the application. So we're probably not going to get a free one, but yeah, you just pay like it's like 25 bucks or 50 bucks, and then you can a month, and then you can upload all your trades. With Fast Track, you'll need to upload your trades in order to withdraw. But you can get a $25,000 rally account for like I think it's like 125 with their discount. When if you go to the website, go to the bottom of it, and you see the Discord link. Click on that and just type in the search bar like coupon. You'll see a coupon, and or just ask around. They'll give you a 30% off coupon. And if you sign up, actually the deal in today. If you sign up today, they're doing a 50% off, 49% off because the CEO is getting married. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're doing a discount.
Good to
They're pretty
good.
solvent. He's come out. He's come online. A lot of people ask me questions, but hey, what's your solvency? How can you afford this? Because they've paid out a lot of money. They've got this channel on the Discord that has a
Mhm.
payout, and you just see some dude made like 38,000, another dude made 58,000. Most people are just clocking in $1,500, $3,000 candy. They're like, man, I want to join. That sounds so much fun. Just imagine having 40 accounts, and with fast track trading, you can have up to 40 accounts. Um, and the way to do it is that you have your personal accounts, and then you form an LLC, and you can have 20 accounts under your LLC, and you just can't trade at the exact same time both accounts. You're not going to be able to copy trade the 40, but if you enter 20 at one time and then enter 20 like 3 seconds later, you're good to go, and then you'll be squared away. Trade that and just make the money on your 40 accounts.
That's a plan. That's a plan. Well, that's some awesome information, Jabril. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to this could give a big round of applause. Yeah, for Jabril. And
Thank you, Greg.
yeah. And if you want to know more, we're going to post this in the Facebook group and in our podcast. And we wish you all the best and keep us informed about what you're doing. Very exciting stuff. Is stage one Pip and Run trainer. Uh, you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, do the same, Greg. Take care. Sign
Bye.
out.